Welcome back, everybody, to Charles Martinet's birthday special with some PlayStation segments. We're going to do 4, and the first one is Jeopardy! Second Edition. Let's see how we do. Let's have a good game.
Hi folks, I'm Johnny Gilbert. Tournament of Champions. One player. From the Sony Pictures Studio, this is Jeopardy!
Hi, and welcome to Jeopardy's Tournament of Champions. You know, only the very best players are invited to participate in our tournament. So congratulations to each of you. Let's get started. Let's see if you like these first round categories.
Hopefully I do.
World religion. The gift of gab. O. Henry's. Well, duh. Science. And just to finish things off, around the dungeon. Your choice, player one.
Around the dungeon, 100.
A prisoner doing a stretch in the dungeon may be stretched out on one of these.
Player three.
What is a rag?
Right you are. Player three, what will it be?
Science for 100.
Closely related to the saguaro, night-blooming cereus is a type of this plant.
Player three.
A cactus.
Definitely.
Science for 200, please.
Don't tell Hoover it's impossible to create a perfect one of these, a volume of space with no matter in it.
What's a vacuum?
Player one. Exactly.
Science for 300.
Player one, your turn.
Term for a specialist who listens for clicks, murmurs, lub-dubs, and pitter-patters of the heart.
What is a cardiologist?
Player one. That's right.
I'll have science for 400.
From 1896 to 1899, Freud might have spent some sleepless nights writing the interpretation of these.
What are dreams?
Player one. Yes.
For 500, science.
This isn't hard. Of 1, 10, or 100, it's the highest number on the Mohs scale of hardness.
Player
What
one.
is 10?
You got it.
I'll take around the dungeon for 200.
This small device puts a little pressure on your hitchhiking digit.
Player two.
A thumb screw.
Exactly. It's your turn, player two.
Well, duh. For 100, Alex.
Samuel Goldwyn supposedly said anyone who goes to one of these doctors should have his head examined.
Player one.
What is a psychiatrist?
That's it.
Well, duh, for 200.
Player one, what'll it be?
It's the name of the Pope just before the one seen here.
Who is Pope John Paul I?
Player one.
Or just John Paul I?
That's right.
I'll take, well, duh, for 300.
Joan Embry reports that all birds have these, a characteristic shared by no other type of animal.
What are feathers?
Player one. Right you are.
Well, duh, for 400.
Ball player Alex Johnson said this when asked 2 homers last year, 7 this year. What's the difference?
What is 5?
Player one. Exactly.
And, well, duh, for 500.
It's the largest university in Hawaii.
What is the University of Hawaii?
Player one. That's right.
Around the Dungeon, 300.
Answer, the Daily Double. Player one, please make your wager.
A flogging with this multi-corded whip may leave you with a different type of scratch fever.
Player one. No, I'm sorry.
I don't know. A cat of 9 tails. Oh well, I didn't wager too much money, thankfully.
This maiden is a hollow, spike-filled statue or coffin in which a victim is enclosed.
What is an Iron Maiden?
Player one. Definitely.
From the Latin for little hand, they're handcuffs.
Player two.
Manacles.
That's right. Player two.
The Gift of Gab. For 100, Alex.
It's the last name of holography inventor Dennis, as well as of Ava and Zsa Zsa.
What is Gabor?
Player one. That's it.
Gift of Gab for 2.
Player one.
First name shared by Chilean poet Mistral and Argentinian tennis player Sabatini.
What is Gabriella?
Player one. Exactly.
Feel this material. It's a ridged fabric whose name comes from a coat of the Middle Ages.
What is gabardine?
Player one. Well done, yes.
Heard in the song Pinhead, it's the slogan of punk rock legends the Ramones.
Player two.
Gabba Gabba Hey.
You got it. Your choice, player two.
World religion. For 100.
It's the sacred scripture of the religion of Islam.
What is the Koran?
Player one. Definitely. Your choice, player one.
This tabernacle in Salt Lake City's Temple Square is famous for its choir.
Player three.
Oh, the Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Yes. Player 3, it's your turn.
O. Henry's for 100, Alex.
He hammered a career total of 755 major league home runs.
Who is Hank Aaron?
Player 1. You're correct. Player 1.
This witty screenwriter penned The Graduate and Protocol.
Player 3.
Buck Henry, that's right.
Yes. Okay, player 3.
Let's try world religion for 300.
In Christian churches, Ascension Day is observed 40 days after this spring holiday.
What is Easter?
Player 1. That's right.
World religion for 4.
Your choice, player 1.
This Chinese philosopher is also known as Kung Fu Tzu.
Who is Confucius?
Player 1. Definitely.
And for 500, world religions. World religion.
This Old Testament king was the second son of David and Bathsheba.
Who is Solomon?
Player 1. Yes.
Gift of Gab, 500.
This type of viper has fangs nearly 2 inches long.
What is a Gaboon viper?
Player 1. Right you are.
This scandalous author married June Mansfield on June 1st, 1924.
Who's Henry Miller?
Player 1. That's right.
Give me this man, who was governor of Virginia from 1776 to 1779, and again from 1784 to 1786.
Who is Patrick Henry?
Player 1. Yes, indeed. And to finish off this round,
With works like Elements, he flowered as the resident poet on TV's Laugh-In.
anyone at all? Player 2.
Oh, Henry Gibson, that's right.
Right you are. Let's take a look and see how everyone's doing after the Jeopardy round. Big lead. Player 1, well done. Player 2, you're not too far off the lead. You're in last place, player 3, but you get to start things off in Double Jeopardy. Let's move on to Double Jeopardy. There are 2 daily doubles awaiting you on this board. Let's get started. Let's get to the categories for Double Jeopardy. This president's vice president, U.S. history, 20-something, Geo, actor-directors, and a look at our final category, children's literature. If you would, player 3.
Let's go for actor directors for 200, Alex.
2 years after a riding accident left him paralyzed, he directed the HBO drama In the Gloaming.
Who's Christopher Reeve?
Player 1. Well done, yes.
Actor director's 400.
Player 1, what'll it be?
Star Trek's Mr. Spock. He showed his comedy side with his direction of Three Men and a Baby.
Who is Leonard Nimoy?
Player 1. Yes, indeed.
Actor director 600.
He cast Debbie Reynolds as his mother in a 1996 film.
Who is Albert Brooks?
Player 1. Yes.
Actor director's 800.
Answer, the Daily Double. Player 1, please make your wager.
In 1990, he directed himself in the title role of Dick Tracy.
Who's Warren Beatty?
Player 1. A lot at stake here, but you got it. What a gamble.
Actor director's 1,000.
Forrest Whitaker of The Crying Game made his directorial debut with this Whitney Houston film about four friends.
What is Waiting to Exhale?
Player 1. Well done, yes.
Let's have Children's Literature 200.
Audrey Wood and David Shannon's book about this great big logger introduces his wife and kids.
Who is Paul Bunyan?
Player 1. Right you are.
Children's Literature 400.
Stan and Jan Berenstain have written a series of books about a family of these title animals.
What are bears?
Player 1. Exactly.
For 600, please.
Kavatka is the last name of the title character of this 1952 E.B. White novel.
What is Charlotte's Web?
Player 1. Definitely.
I'll take Children's Literature for 800, please.
This character in a book by Saint-Exupéry leaves his tiny planet because of a prideful flower.
What is The Little Prince?
Player 1. Right you are.
Children's Literature 1,000.
The cut paper illustrations of Golem earned David Wisniewski this medal.
What is the Newbery Medal?
Player 1. Oh, that's incorrect. Nobody?
It's the Caldecott Medal. All right. That's okay. We'll try another one. Geo for 200.
Ain't no mountain high enough in the U.S. to top this Alaskan mount seen here.
What is Mount McKinley?
Player 1. Definitely.
Geo 400.
When Burma became Myanmar in 1989, this capital city became Yangon.
What is Rangoon?
Player 1. You got it.
It's the latitude in degrees of any point on the equator.
What is Zero?
Player 1. You're correct.
Tugela Falls in this African country's KwaZulu-Natal province is the world's second highest waterfall.
Player 1.
What is South Africa?
Exactly.
Yes.
Zane Grey's ancestor, Betty Zane, helped save Fort Henry, now
Either
the
way's
site
fine.
of this state's city of Wheeling.
What would we have with the salmon?
Player 1.
Okay, that sounds good.
You're correct.
I mean, I didn't mind either way, but when you mentioned salmon, I was like, yeah, I'll eat salmon.
Dan Quayle.
Who is George Bush?
Player 1. Well done. Yes.
Gerald Ford.
Player 1. Ooh, no, sorry.
Broccoli sounds good.
Nobody?
Oh, Richard Nixon. All right.
George Bush.
Player 1. Exactly.
All right.
Andrew Johnson.
Player 2. You got it. Player 2, you choose.
20-something. For 200, please.
Usually, you begin this game by asking animal, vegetable, or mineral.
What is 20 questions?
Player 1. Well done. Yes. Player 1, your turn.
At arrival or departure, this salute is fired for a U.S. president or a visiting head of state.
Player 1. Yes.
It's the numerical designation for normal visual acuity.
Player 1. Well done. Yes. Answer: the Daily Double. Player 1, please make your wager.
To the closest mile, it's the length of an Olympic marathon.
Player 1. Yes, indeed.
As Captain Kirk could tell you, the original Star Trek TV series was set in this century.
Uh-oh.
Player 3. You got it. Player 3, it's your turn.
U.S. history. For 200, please.
After a 1995 law change, in most states you can legally exceed this 1974 limit.
Player 1. Good answer, but sorry, that's wrong. Player 2.
Oh, right.
Right you are. It's your turn, Player 2.
I'd like U.S. history. For 400?
In 1972, he vacillated over a running mate and lost to Nixon, 520 electoral votes to 17.
Player 2.
Yes.
U.S. history for 600.
American might and valor prevailed in a 1983 invasion of this small Caribbean island.
Player 1. Definitely. Your choice, Player 1.
Most of the Civil War battles in the West took place in Tennessee. Most in the East in this state.
Player 1.
Nice try, but that is incorrect.
Player 2.
That's it. Player 2.
U.S. history for 1,000, please, Alex.
In 1910, Alice Wells got special badge number 1 as the first female one of these in Los Angeles.
Player 1.
You got it.
And now to finish off the round,
Harry Truman.
Player 1. No, that's not right. Sorry. Player 2.
That's right.
Exactly. That's the end of the double Jeopardy round. Let's check out the scores.
Player 1, you've got the lead going into Final Jeopardy. Player 2, you're not too far off the lead. You can still come back, Player 3.
All right, now it's time for Final Jeopardy. I'll show you the category and give you a few seconds to think about your wager.
The Final Jeopardy category is
Oh no.
Latinas.
Player 3, could we have your wager, please? Player 2, your wager, please. Player 1, please make your wager. Player 3?
Player 2.
You're on the money if you know Ronald Reagan appointed Catherine D. Ortega to this post.
Player 1.
Well, how did everyone manage with that clue?
Player 3, your question. That's right.
U.S. Treasurer.
And your wager was?
I said Secretary of Treasury, but I don't know if they're going to accept that or not. I highly doubt it.
Player 2, your question. Sorry, that's incorrect. How much did it cost you? Player 1, your question. Oh, sorry,
No, they're
that's
not gonna accept it.
incorrect. How much did it cost you?
So I ended up with $23,645. That's not too bad.
And that's all for the Tournament of Champions game. Let's see how everyone did.
See you all for the next game, everybody.
Our big winner, Player 1. Thank you so much for playing Jeopardy. Bye for now.
Hi, folks.